I actually don't know exactly what to make out of this J. Israel calling out of Apostle Arome Osayi in this video. Okay, I don't understand if it is just a situation of hatred for the person of Apostle Arome Osayi, or maybe he's just wanting a way to find himself trending again after so many failed attempts to reinvent himself in the aspect of duping people in the name of ministry. And of course, I make bold to say that J. Israel is not is not anywhere near to anybody I want to advise you to actually listen to whatsoever he has to say on the internet, because of there's so many propaganda we've got to see that trends around him. I mean, the last time he came up to say he has repented of calling out prophets, and the next thing we saw him, we start seeing him rolling around with those same prophets which he has been calling out. You know, there have been so many strange news about the person of J. Israel. You know, there was a time also when he came up to say sin does not exist, and a whole lot of strange teachings that was coming out from this man. But obviously, his career as a false preacher has never seen the light. So I don't understand exactly if this is just a tactic by him to, you know, wanting to trend. Of course, whoever that attempts to cause out the person of Apostle Arome Osayi, we always find a way to see that bloggers will, you know, publish things about them. And so I don't exactly understand what it means. If he's truly trying to defend the person of Prophet Jerome Fernando, of course.
This is J. Israel Senior. As you can see, today I have a very important message that I would like to share with the entire Christian community, entire Christian society. Please share this message as much as possible so that it may reach every intended child of God. Family, while the church is fighting against itself, while Christians are up in arms, people like Arome Osayi up in arms, fighting and arguing about things as shallow as miracle money, arguing about the shallowest things that a believer could be arguing about. There is fire on the mountain. Real persecution is happening across the world, and the church is not noticing what is happening. The church cannot even realize the danger that it is in because of the infights. A few days ago, I stumbled upon a video, and my heart was torn into pieces when I saw a man of God, Prophet Jerome Fernando from Sri Lanka, a son of Prophet Uebert Angel. I really felt sad looking at the way that apostles and pastors are up in arms in the name of exposure in Christianity, yet the entire Christendom is under attack. There is a prophet in Sri Lanka who is in prison as we speak right now. He is behind bars. Now, this is real persecution that is happening. Imagine being put behind bars for standing for Christ. And those who are angered, the Hindus, the Buddhists, and the Muslims, they are all angered by the fact that Jesus Christ is Lord. Now, this is real. This is real persecution. This is somebody who is under serious persecution, and we need to rise. The church of God needs to rise. Come on, somebody. Now imagine, this is just me imagining, the kind of energy that Arome Osayi is putting into attacking his fellow apostles, attacking prophets of God, attacking his fellow men of God. Imagine if he could direct that energy towards fighting for people like Prophet Jerome Fernando, who's behind bars right now for standing for Jesus and for standing for Christ. Now, this is a very concerning situation, a very concerning matter that we have in the church today. And if nobody addresses it, if we don't stand up to address this, I don't know who then is going to address these issues.
It's official. Pastor Jerome Fernando, one of Uebert Angel's able lieutenants, will spend the 2023 Christmas behind bars. The Colombo Fort magistrate ordered that a preacher be remanded in custody until the 27th of December 2023. Fernando, who is the father-in-law of Uebert Angel Jr., was arrested on the 1st of December 2023 under the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights Act over allegations he was inciting hate amongst religious communities in Sri Lanka. The court was also told that he was being investigated over large sums of money deposited into his account from overseas. The lawyers for Pastor Fernando, according to the Colombo Gazette, appealed for bail, but the magistrate rejected the appeal. State lawyers say there is enough proof that the preacher was inciting hate through his sermons in his church. However, acts of money laundering was still under investigations. Jerome leads the Glorious Church with a massive miracle dome in Colombo, the capital of Sri Lanka.
You know, I don't exactly understand what to think about Jerome, okay? I don't know much about him, okay, much about his doctrine, much about his teaching. The much that is known about Jerome is that he is the spiritual son of Uebert Angel, okay? Now, when I consider this news about him, his incarceration in prison, I tend to actually understand what is the system obtainable in Sri Lanka, okay? One of the things I was able to find out is that Sri Lanka is a nation of diverse religion, okay, and the major population of faithfuls in Sri Lanka, about 70% of faithful, Buddhism has about 70% of its population, okay, in Sri Lanka. While we have Hindus 12%, Islam 9%, and Christians on the low count of 7%. So there's every possibility that he's actually been incarcerated or he's actually been persecuted because of his inclination. Of course, this is what we have on the news. We don't know if there are any other things attached to this news, but from what we have seen, this is just what we can actually garner. So there's every possibility that he's been victimized because of his religion. Now, this does not mean to say I'm giving him an approval as a true prophet of God, okay? The best we know about him is that he's associated to Prophet Uebert Angel, okay, and he's the spiritual son, very close spiritual son to Prophet Uebert Angel. So this is the much we know about Prophet Jerome Fernando, okay. Just like I said earlier, I don't see how exactly this has anything at all to do with the person of Apostle Arome Osayi. I don't really understand if what J. Israel is asking, maybe Apostle Arome Osayi should start raising campaign for the release of Prophet Jerome or the like. I don't really understand where J. Israel was actually heading to. But one thing I could actually tell you one thing I understand about J. Israel is that he loves the social media very well, okay? He loves to always see himself on social media. And again and again, he has always looked for a way to see if he can actually trend and to keep his failing fake prophetic ministry, failing fake pastoral ministry. Okay, so this is if I'm with the Potters Media, right? I don't want to know what you think concerning this video.